All right, first and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And we want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so we'll start off with this article I saw on RT about an executive order that Joe Biden, because, you know, he, I forget how many, 17 of them?
17.
First day, 17 of them. All right, and one of them was about sports. And what about sports is he wanted to get rid of gender discrimination. So what's going to happen is you're going to have transgender men, all right, men who transform themselves into women, who want to be considered as women. They're going to be able to compete against women all over, no matter what age group or whatever. Boys who change themselves into women will be able to compete against women. And now you got women who are upset about it.
I bet Clarissa Seal mad as a fuck.
Hey.
Here come a real middleweight. Take my damn prize.
Right. You know what I'm saying? She badass in her sport. I remember when they said Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And then that badass Brazilian, what's her name? I forget her fucking name.
Yeah, she was a record
came in, beat her ass.
That's right.
Beat her ass. Nunes.
Yep.
I forget her name. I forget her first name, but Nunes. Her name is Nunes. All right? Came through and just whooped her ass. All right? And but everybody was hyping it up like, oh man, she could beat Floyd Mayweather. And then she had the nerve to say that, well, you know, I might could. You know what I'm saying? The pride of these women, the pride of them. The same ones that are all for gender equality. They're all for women empowerment. Women can do anything a man can do. And now they're complaining that transgender men are going to be able to compete against them. And they said, and one of the chicks was like, they're going to be breaking our records and all this shit. Yeah, that's what the fuck's going to happen. It's over with.
Come and see WNBA.
Oh my God. See, and they be complaining that they're not getting paid like the men. Go fuck around and have a man, half amazing, go in that bitch and hit your ass with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Juana man gonna be real for y'all.
It's when you say that though, because of the fact, like I said, they get a white boy that done changed over, and now all of a sudden, you know, it is the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then you're gonna have that man strip on you. There was a funny video that came out, and they said it was a wrestling match. There was a transgender guy that was just big as hell, strong motherfucker, and then there was this chick in front of him. He was just standing over like, yeah, you ready? You know what I'm saying? She's like looking at him like, what the fuck? And then took her ass down, pinned her dumb ass down, and then he was winning every match. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be happening to y'all, man, because y'all want this weird ass society like this. Y'all asked for this. All right? And you got it. All right? So going into the article, RT says, sad day for women's sports. Row erupts after Joe Biden signs gender discrimination order paving way for transgender athletes. So it's paving the way for transgender athletes. All right? And you look at some of the tweets of this. One lady said, sad day for women's sports. Women must compete against biologic males at the risk of injury and loss of title. Thanks to a new Biden executive order, don't ever tell me this is pro-woman. It's not. It's destructive and malicious. Wow.
Hold on.
Strong words.
Hey. I thought in the 70s they wanted to be as men.
Yeah.
The feminist movement was all about that.
Yeah.
I can bring home the bacon, fried up in the pan, and never let him forget that he's a man.
Right.
That was a commercial. I remember that shit.
Hey, you know what that means too? Hey, strap up. I don't mean with the strap on, I mean with that green uniform, man. Strap up.
Oh yeah, well they did that though. They said they were going to the combat troops, and all of Russia started snickering.
Yep, but that's his place. Then it says, here's another tweet. Another tweet says, I don't know how to feel about Biden's executive order on transgender females playing in female sports. It seems like a disadvantage. Why?
Oh shit.
What do you mean? Why?
I thought everybody was equal.
I thought we were all equal. I thought women weren't the weaker vessel. I thought we were all equal in strength and everything. You can do anything a man can do.
Now that hypocrisy backfired.
Yeah, that's all this is, bro. And I love it because it's all coming back home. All right, all this equality, gender,
Yeah, I want that shit
love
back.
wins. All right, it's love wins until you come home and find your husband in bed with your gay friend that you love to go to clubs with. A lot of niggas, especially you Atlanta niggas, down low. There's a lot of women who give testimonies on finding a man with other men. But y'all be the ones talking about love wins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all promote this so much that now your man getting caught, not with women, but with men. And then you finding out that your man on the down low.
And then he been that way for a minute.
Yes. So you're finding out, damn, this nigga is on the down low. That's why the Tyler Perry movies be coming out with this shit.
Yeah.
He one of them niggas too. All right.
Of course.
Okay. He be putting out these type of videos and movies and shit like this, man, because that stuff is happening. But y'all promote that. Y'all love to see black men demasculated. All right. Y'all like that shit.
Toxic masculinity.
Now that's toxic masculinity. Not a man being masculine, but that is toxic as hell.
Tyler Perry, damn near a billionaire, off of dressing up like a fucking woman.
That's right.
He got his own fucking studios, all that fucking shit.
Yep.
Off of that fucking Medea character.
Right. Another tweet by Antonio. All right. Transgender people should not be competing in competitive sports with the real men and women. That nigga said with the real men and women. So he's saying that transgender don't even count. He says it's not fair. It's not fair. You cannot deny biology. Make it fair and have trans versus trans. Now, this is crazy, right? Now, I read this and I said to myself, it's crazy. You got men's basketball, women's basketball, trans basketball. What the fuck?
How does that work?
I don't know, bro. It's bugged. This is Babylon. How does that work? How does that work?
So what happened? Because he's trans and taking the female hormones that took a little bit away from his male, we gotta power down just a little bit for him.
Bro, it's bugged out. Imagine that. Imagine a bunch of man chicks.
You don't want to have the whole post.
Oh, some might want to.
Hey. Ain't no Shaq bagging down the pump.
Man, bro.
Hey, then what about the females that want to be men?
That's them too. So then you gonna see fucking it's fucking females getting in there with dudes, wanting to, you know what I'm saying, get in there, they lift a little bit, they get in there, start getting knocked the fuck out, left and right. And then it's a problem. You know?
It's funny you say that though, because of the fact that that's how Dennis Rodman got in the motherfucking Alonzo Mourning head. He was saying all that crazy shit when Alonzo was trying to bag him down. He was telling him shit like, "Oh man, keep doing that. We gonna need a roommate on." That's what made Alonzo turn around and still on him.
Oh shit! I know.
That's what it was. Because he used to give him his head, and that's why Chuck Davis said of all the basketballs he ever knew, Robin was the smartest because he would do whatever psychologically he had to do to get him motherfucker's head. But now, it ain't psychological. This shit is real.
You starting to see it. You starting to manifest. I got one more tweet, and we'll get the scripture. All right? This is a tweet from Rosie. It says, give them their own game. They may want to be women, but other hormones scream male, as does their strength. Allowing this undermines the entire reason for women having their own sport. We women may as well just give up. So now they ready to pack it in. Men taking over.
That's it.
Just like Pop said a while back, he said, was it Caitlyn Jenner and Bruce Jenner, same person?
Right.
All right. Well, was he man of the year and woman of the year?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. 1976, he was athlete. No, actually, 1976, he was like athlete of the decade, something like that.
And then he became woman of the year.
2019.
See? And this is the type of shit y'all ask for. Y'all don't want things. Y'all want the simple things. The simple order of things. Man, woman, child, boy, girl, and that's it. Y'all want to turn blue into green now. It could be green if you want it to be. You know, y'all don't want the simple things, man. You got fucking, it's crazy, the hypocrisy. The photos they had at the LGBTQ parade, you got grown-ass men dressing half naked, G-strings and all kinds of shit, dancing, gyrating with children in the crowd.
What's that dude's name? Little Terrence, little Devin the Great, Devin the Amazing or something?
Yep.
It's an 8-year-old transgender kid that's allowed to go in the strip club.
Yeah, little
Devin, I think his name Devin the Amazing or something.
See, and they do drag shows, but this is what they promote. And you got it to the point where children can choose their gender. Like how, bro?
Oh, they had a whole show about this shit.
Yes. A child can choose what gender they want to. That's crazy. That you can allow a child to do that. Their brains ain't even developed yet. Like 7-year-old, you've been alive 7 years. How can you make a decision like that? How the fuck can you make a decision like that? You might as well let the motherfuckers put on steel-toe boots and go to work. Fucking let them do that shit. You got something?
Yeah, I'm gonna read the whole Psalms 82 for you.
Go ahead.
It's Psalms 82 and 1. It says a psalm of Asaph. You got it too? It says a psalm of Asaph. Yahweh standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. Hey, so just because you don't hear, just because you don't see that judgment being executed like how it's supposed to be, because really all you motherfuckers are already supposed to be you already supposed to be dead already. We really not even supposed to be having this conversation, you know? It says, how long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Salah. And the big thing in Israel right now is that hypocrisy, man. Because this shit is about to backfire in a way you've never seen. And you got all these people wearing these face masks. Imagine when their food runs out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pedophiles running around. There's a lot of cannibals running around. And they're about to make themselves known, man. You women that wanted to be men, you about to get your shot. You know, hey, because this is what people opted in for, man. We live in the greatest time in this world right now. This is what you all wanted, man. People wanted this, man. They chose, we were saying it last week, y'all chose Barabbas, man. Instead of choosing Yahweh Shai, what did he say? He said he came so he could give life and basically give it more abundantly. You all chose, you niggas like slavery, man. Niggas like being fucking slaves, man. That's the easy way to say it, man. Niggas want to get a shot. Niggas want to get the hot shot. Niggas want to wear the face mask. You all love this shit, man. But this is what we're supposed to be doing. It says, defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. And see, a lot of our people, they run into the wicked right now, man. They're running to it, man. Hey, they fucking, niggas will tell you, oh yeah, we usually just choose the lesser of two evils. You niggas chose the worst of two evils. Your man Biden went behind closed doors and signed 15 executive orders overnight. The man, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he signed an order to make you get a sex change. It's mandatory now. Every man has to get a sex change, and every woman has to get a sex change by 2025.
Hey, read that last verse again.
It says, defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver them out of the poor. So deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
You said something about run? No, never mind. Go ahead, read. I thought that was what you said.
It said rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Okay, go ahead.
They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
And the foundation of the earth are out of course. The way the Lord wanted things to be operated in. All right? You have men on earth who are throwing off that operation. All right? In that perfect order, the way the Lord wanted it. And also the foundation of the earth are the people. All right? Why is earth and ashes proud? All right? So you got the people who the Lord created, they going back on the natural use of the way they were made. So everything's out of course. You walk down the street, you don't even know what that is down the street. You, and your natural mental, you be like, okay, well, boom. Oh, shorty over there.
Had it happen today.
Oh, God.
Spirit said, thank God it ended up being a woman. It was an ugly ass woman. But even still, you can't tell with these masks on, man. It's like you go. It's a Starbucks I went to the other day. Motherfucker made my coffee. I'm like, man, motherfucker had the mask on. I'm like, this nigga head just a little bit too big. Motherfucker voice is a little too deep, and you find out this is what you're dealing with. And then it's a crime if you say anything about it. You know, but that motherfucker, they trying to pass laws where they ain't even got to tell you who they are.
Yeah. That's the whole fight of the LGBT community. They say that it doesn't matter once a man changes to a woman that is a woman, you treat her as a woman. Okay, so you wouldn't mind me asking, when's the last time you bought a couple pads, nigga?
Shit.
I don't need those. You don't need those. Yeah, yes, you do, nigga. Every woman has those. Every woman has a period. You afraid of getting pregnant, nigga? Oh, I don't know why. Because you can't.
You get some life-threatening disease now from dealing with this thing, and now you in the wrong if you fucking kill this motherfucker. Hell, the motherfucker gives you a life-threatening disease and kills you, they get off scot-free.
Right.
I got scripture for you. This is Romans 1, starting 24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness. Did you read that? Sure, 22. 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to bird and four-footed beasts.
They said y'all became fools, man. Hey, because this is really the works of evil. Let me hold that real quick, Pops. Let me read this real quick. Back to precept. It says, this is Psalms 49. I think it's 12. Yeah, this is Psalms 49 and 13. But really, I'll read 12 and 13. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like a beast that perisheth. This their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their saying, Salah. But look, man, it's foolish to change anything that the Lord has set up, man. You know, it's what does the scripture say? All the works of the Most High are perfect, man. Now we got fucking.
You got the works of man.
Look. Here's how detail-oriented Yahweh Shai is. We was given a law that we're not to mark around the corners of our head or fuck up the corners of our beard. Okay? He said, look, that beard is exactly the way I want it. It's not the same as his beard. And it definitely don't look like his beard. But that's a perfect beard for Big Roo. Big Roo go do some Egyptian shit, got all kinds of lines and shit in it. And it's like, the Lord didn't get it right. I went to the barber and told him to get it right.
That's right.
For real?
and that's going to explain when you keep reading.
I know. Are you done? Yeah. Okay. All right, then. So, 23, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts.
Look at all these idols they got set up. Dagon, Molech, you know what I mean? The Baphomet. That's really what they're pushing, man. Biden's real agenda. He's about to go heavy with that freakism, man. He wants to push that androgyny. You know, I'm joking about fucking getting your rod clipped, but they want to push that.
Oh yeah. Hey, Joe Biden was in his heyday about the same time that the report came out on David Bowie. It's an old rock star years ago. They had to pump his stomach. He had so much semen in his stomach.
God damn!
That's the
Nigga,
truth.
what?
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. There was even a rumor that Lil' Kim had that happen to her.
At least Lil' Kim.
Remember that rumor, Lil' Kim?
I know exactly what you're saying. Exactly. She was following a David Bowie initiation.
What?
Hell no.
All right, hold on. Going into that, Joe Biden nominated transgender doctor Rachel Levine all right, as a health inspector.
Transgender doctor.
Transgender doctor.
That's like me getting weight loss advice from a fat bitch. Why, man? You know what I mean? What?
Hold on. Right
So
here.
he ain't lying.
Right here.
Hey, fact checks.
Boom. Right.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey, the scriptures tell you not to do that, man. Don't take advice from a woman whom she's jealous of. Don't go to a coward in matters of war. If you about to go to you about to go to a whole abomination, a living vile affection about what you should do with your next medical decision.
And what's crazy is I watched the video of it talking, all right, and it said that I'm fighting for the rights of trans blacks, black women, and said that they are more likely to be murdered and killed. Okay? Why? Because even when you niggas transform yourselves into something even as, you know, as crazy as the LGBT community is, y'all niggas still get hated.
They hate themselves.
Yes, and that's the curses. Y'all can't escape the curses at all.
That's it. Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy power.
Is that in the law?
That's the law.
But the law's done away with, brother. Fuck out of here.
Hey, and it's the spirit that this came through because I literally just did a thing on Magic Johnson's son again.
Oh wow. That's
Egypt.
Because
and he like 6'8", 6'9"?
That nigga tall.
Hey.
He taller than Mariano.
That's it.
About two something. And be big too.
Yeah, he a big motherfucker. He a big motherfucker.
Because his dad was big.
Yeah.
6'9". Point guard.
And they said that, you know, if he hadn't went that route, he'd have been a raw as basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
Really?
Here's how he came across. In my thumbnail, he popped up. It was talking about he was dating some rapper.
Oh wow.
He's dating some rapper. So I went together, that scripture you had,
Right.
the one you just read, I put a couple scriptures together and went to back to try to find it and couldn't find it. So I went into the imagery and pulled them up and did just sit down anyway. But yeah, see, this is real. We can't make this up. The brother was talking about humility. I showed the brother. I just did a sit down on humility. This is the spirit that's flowing through it. Hey, we gonna stretch out into some of these big prophecies, and we gonna take some of this stuff back to the basics. Because y'all gotta understand that what y'all, like you said, is simple. You accept everything. You ain't got no filter. You ain't got no block. You ain't got no motherfucking compass. You don't have a standard. You accepting all this shit.
And that's what the heathens are supposed to do. Heathens are here to do all that. They have their own gods. They have their own lives, their own lifestyle, their own culture. Israel has theirs. And it's to follow the Most High, man. Ecclesiastes 12. That's it.
And ultimately, when Israel don't follow the Most High, it's showing you, he fucks them up. It's showing you that they made an agreement with death, man.
That's right, exactly.
Let me get this real quick. Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And what I was alluding to is a scripture in Isaiah, man. They are in agreement with this wicked ass society, and they gotta go down. They gotta go down. I remember the Apostle Tahar said he's gonna jump over Esau and get you.
I remember that.
They supposed to know fucking better, man.
That's it. He said he gonna be. I remember he said that. He said he's gonna be jumping over heathen nations to get to you Israelites because of the fact that, see, when you're dead, you're dead. The heathen nations, we gonna get generation after generation after generation made to get killed. You die one time and you come back, you know more 2/3. Exactly. I remember that.
Classic quote, because that video, I don't think that video is around anymore. I remember when I came to the truth, I saw that video.
Probably on Daily Motion.
Definitely on Daily Motion, bro.
old,
I remember that, bro. Because I remember Pastor said, I'm gonna jump that piece on and get you, nigga. And I was like, man, oh, that's crazy. He's like, but I didn't understand at the time, because I used to tell Matthew all the time, like, man, no, I hate Esau too much, man. Fuck you, fuck, man, I can't do that, man. I know Pastor already said that, but I can't deal with that. Man, years later, in the truth, I know what he mean now, bro. Like, fuck that, bro. Y'all gotta, hey, trust me, gonna start in the house of Israel. That's why the scriptures say that, man. All right? You got that more than that, bro?
Yeah, sure. Of course I kept it. Man, of course I kept it. You told me to keep it. So I kept it. Okay. 24. Yeah, 24. Wherefore, the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart.
Yeah, so the Lord said, okay, listen, you don't want to serve me? Guess what? You made a covenant with death, right? What's the wages of sin? Death. So you made a covenant with death. So you want to, go ahead.
One day, Elder just brought up, hey, you all love death.
Yeah.
It's no,
You made a covenant with it.
you getting exactly what you want to. Like, see, the Lord's not, he's not slacking. He's, the Lord's, balanced. Because, see, he just like how he gave us a time to rule. We fucked up, he took it. Gave Esau his shot, he gave Ishmael his shot. Even you niggas, man. He's giving everybody what they want at the end of the world, man. So the Lord's going to be justified when he comes down with that hammer.
Having done that, and truth being the part of the kingdom that's going to be, like wickedness is now, truth is going to be what's in the kingdom. That's going to be one of the driving forces. You 17 other nations are going to know that these motherfuckers y'all want to call so bloodthirsty and ruthless. All y'all had a shot to rule over us. All of y'all had a shot to rule over us. So just because you can't remember what you did, I remember what you did in a lifetime. This particular lifetime. And I got your ass this particular lifetime, so I'm gonna flex on your ass.
Hey,
Meditating terror.
And man cannot remember things of his former life. Lord made it like that for a reason.
That's right.
All right?
You would lose your mind,
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
You would lose your mind. If I was to come across one of them white, the one of them Edomites,
You go searching for it.
and the mother, dude,
You know?
took my wife, killed my son,
You're in
cut
America.
my rod off.
You're in America.
All right, yeah.
Cause Fox, I remember watching they on the NFL network they have these series called "A Football Life," where they go and they interview the lives of certain NFL players.
Right.
And one of them was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay.
He's a great running back for the
San Diego
Chargers. San Diego Chargers. Well, they now they're the LA Chargers, I guess.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Right.
And he basically went and visited the slave plantation where his ancestors, his family, served as slaves.
Wow.
And the man,
I know that fucked him up.
And he buying, that's the nigga that bought the shit.
no, he didn't buy it. Well, maybe he did. I don't know, but I haven't heard about that. But I know he visited. He visited the person that still owns that plantation. The family still owns that plantation. And he went up to him and said, "I forgive you." Yeah. Where your ancestors was raped, beaten, all right, screamed at, forced to work, probably died from heat and just overworked and just all manners of just I can't even describe what a week is like as a slave. And you talking about you forgive them. Why? Because that man is a part of that Christianity doctrine. Forgive your enemies is what he said.
But you got it mixed up because, first of all, that was part of the Israelite law. So guess who he's speaking to? Israelites. He's telling Israelites to forgive each other. He ain't telling you to forgive your natural born enemy, you dumb fuck.
And that's why the scripture says never trust thy enemy. But our people don't even know, neither do they consider. They don't even know who they are. So they don't know who their enemy is. That's why we see our people in this state of mind where they feel like, well, the Bible does say forgive your enemy, so I'm going to forgive all white people for what they did. And that's the trap you fall into. Because now you're making amends with your enemy. So now your daughters are giving over to their sons. Now your sons are giving over to their daughters. Now your daughters are bringing their seed into the world. And then now your sons is mingling with them, and now you into their religion, into their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And you could never change.
That was the thing that took Solomon.
Yeah.
In his old age. It wasn't banging all the women, shit. It was the fact that he started worshiping their gods, right?
You know what I noticed?
Hold on.
That's a real quick. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So there you go, man. So he went up to his former, the plantation where his ancestors were, and told those people he forgiven. What the fuck does that mean? They still gonna be punished, man.
That's right.
They're still going into slavery. All right. So this guy, whoever did it, he got it twisted, man. He got it messed up. These people aren't getting away. It's written. You know, Esau have I hated. That's scripture. All right. So all you Christians and you motherfucking Catholics, you got it wrong, man. All right. And you're gonna die a horrible death going off that Jesus juice, man.
Exactly.
Hey, so even now, right? Jacob be walking down the street, right? Jacob see Esau keep fucking walking. Don't even think about it. You know what I mean? Esau see Jacob, look at him as a fucking criminal, run across the street, grab a pocketbook. You know why? Because they're prejudiced, man. Deep down inside, they know they got the animosity towards you, and deep down inside, they're afraid of you because they know that that judgment has to come, man. See, Jacob.
That's the point that you got to get to. They know because they understand that if the shoe was reversed,
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that. Go
if
ahead.
the shoe was reversed, they'd have been the snap. You see what they doing now when they see that white that pale skin isn't benefiting them anymore now. So now they ready to militia up, march down on the Capitol, do all that shit. Hey, and now they want to call them terrorists. But back in the motherfucking 16 and 1700s, they was patriots.
Yeah, that's why.
Fuck you!
Right. That's why when they see Black Lives Matter, they hate that. They hate that. Even though we don't support Black Lives Matter, but it's just the fact that it's an idea. Like they hate to see that written because like they feel like that they not lifted up as the beautiful or as the popular or as the standard anymore. They feel like that's slipping away. You know what I mean? Everything that they like about us that we make popular, they see that everywhere now. They see that basketball arenas, football. So what do they say? Well, we're not gonna watch.
Hey, they even got the brother, what the fuck is it, The Bachelor or whatever, it's a fucking brother on there.
Now,
With a whole bunch of Edomite chicks
Oh
around.
my
I'm about to start watching that.
Yeah, I was like, what the
Yo,
fuck is this? They doing
see,
this shit on there?
Damn. Shows you that how you guys are falling, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is what even Esau, man, like, I can bring this up real quick. This Wisdom of Solomon 2, and I started 1. It says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of man there is no remedy. So this is the logic of Esau. It says, neither was there any man known to return from the grave. And you know what they push? They push that YOLO, man. You only get one life, live it. You're not going. Esau doesn't believe in
regeneration.
regeneration.
Well, at the highest levels, he do. The elite, no.
I was like, he don't believe that accountability though. See, ain't no accountability with Esau. It says, for we are born at adventure, and we should be hereafter as though we have never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the movement of our heart.
That's right.
That's the truth, man.
That's his mindset. So that's how come like that little cartoon man where the motherfucker walks through the earth fucking it up, and in the end, a so-called alien comes down and fuck his ass up and zap him. But you see, that's this Edomite's mentality. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker up. I'm gonna burn it out, and when I'm done, if ain't nothing here for somebody else, fuck it and fuck them.
But the Edomite will watch it, he say, oh, the alien is a problem.
Yeah.
That's his mindset.
Exactly, that ain't the problem. He should have just let we burnt it out, fuck it, burnt it out.
Hey, Most High come back, he gonna be like, Esau gonna try to blame us. It's your fault. You're cursed. You're the reason why all this is happening. Hey, why did you take us? It says, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, our spirit shall vanish as a soft air. Our names shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance.
Now you see how contradictory this motherfucker is? Because in his own science, he'll tell you that energy you can't kill energy. It just changes form or dissipates and goes to something else. You never lose energy. It always recycles itself. But now but here he created what? See what I'm saying? That's how you know. That's a double-minded motherfucker that says, what about that? You're unstable in all your shit.
Esau knows he's not going to have that everlasting memorial, man. Esau is going to inherit shame, man. In the kingdom, it's going to be like, the Lord's going to, like, after that 1,000 years, what's going to happen to you guys? We're going to put you guys when your light is going to get put out.
Look. Get to the 1,000 years. Like I said, truth is going, look, wickedness and lies is what reigned up until the point of the kingdom. When Yahushua come back, it's going to be about the truth. 16 other nations is going to know what this Edomite led them into and through. And they follow. They go be the hated motherfuckers in the kingdom, man.
I tell you, this is the devil that deceiveth the whole world.
That's
the
right.
Book of Revelation, man. He's going to be found out. All right?
I'm going to jump up to like verse 9. It says, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot is this. So that's what you said. Those words condemn you, man. Because now we got the Archititus, you got all these. Esau's really trying to remove his own statues, man. Because hey, everything is bearing witness against him, man.
Exactly.
Hey, we're the main thing that's bearing witness against him. This word is really that's how you know Yahushua is real, man. Because in the end days, everything is it said what? Prophesy against Mount Seir, man.
This is that bread of life. Everything that was written aforetime for our learning is now being exposed and showed to you. What it says, how the thing that Esau searched out, that's how it is. We don't have to go far. We don't have to make it up.
Said the hidden things.
Right.
Because Esau did that fucking diligent search, man. This man has spent not only one of his lifetimes, he spent all of his fucking lifetimes oppressing Jacob, spending all his fucking money, all his resources to keep
Tracking
this
it
kid.
down. So, look, to tell a lie, you got to understand the truth. To tell a good lie, you got to understand the truth so you can know when it's getting to the truth and you want to steer it. You need to turn it. You need to change the narrative
They
a little bit
absolutely
on.
know, man. The Elder Malcolm put that clip. Did you see that clip he put in the orders room about that movie?
Oh,
These
yeah.
two Edomite golfers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they had a Native American guy over there playing golf too. And they was talking trash about him. Why he get casinos? Why does he make all these millions? And the two Edomites, they was like, well, one Edomite was like, well, he's been oppressed. You know, he's basically saying he's one of the lost tribes of Israel. And they put this right in the movie. This was a mainstream actor, the dude Kevin Spacey.
Wow.
Or whatever. He said the line. So they know, like Pops was saying, to tell a lie, you got to know the truth, man.
That's
He
right.
went up and dug up Noah's Ark. He been in the ocean. He seen what happened. Who was telling me this? Arala. The chariot wheels from the Egyptians. They found at the bottom of the ocean. The pardon of the sea.
We go for Suez. Yeah, that. They got that. Also, like I said, and then they'll turn around and they'll flex it in your face in different movies, different comedy skits. They show Richard Pryor with them on Saturday Night Live, and he was sitting there and they was in a tomb, and you had a couple white boys standing behind him, and he was reading the shit. Oh shit, this is about us.
It didn't say nothing about whitey.
Exactly. Hey, the next thing you know, the tomb closed, and he like, hello? They left his ass in the tomb.
You can't let this out. That's basically what they said.
Yep.
Exactly.
And even when it comes to Edomites in the Amazon, they talk about these ancient cities in the Amazon. All right. Now there was an ancient city in the Amazon that used to be there, and they came out with stories, the accounts of writers who wrote about these places, and then they would write about them, and then people would go out and they would search them. Then they'd be like, man, wow, the dude's a scholar. Why did he lie about this? Come to find out, the cities that they wrote about were swallowed up by the jungle because the people were absent from this place. Why? Because they got wiped out. So the people that came to visit these Amazon people, they were Edomites. And it's an account that says that they brought smallpox to this place in the Amazon where these people were, a part of this civilization, and it wiped them out. And then over time, the jungle swallowed up that city.
Exactly.
Now, that was, what, probably hundreds of years before Native Americans came to the Americas. What
What
did-
came over to you?
Yeah, yeah. So-called Native Americans, tribe of Gad,
Right.
came to the Americas. What did Esau do to Gad? They used smallpox to wipe them out. And I even got an account of some type of general that was like, listen, we're having a smallpox problem. And, we got to get rid of this smallpox. And they said, well, in the meantime, while we're trying to get rid of this problem here, we're going to use it against Gad and give them smallpox and try to wipe them out. So before we wipe all our people, let's give it to them and wipe their ass.
Hey, so this man's MO dates back to biological warfare as far back as we can think. Okay? So when we talk about the Maxine and the Mexican beer and all that other shit, and y'all want to tell us and censor the videos and shit. Don't get mad because your history, like you said, I was just searched out your MO. This is your MO. But now ain't nobody falling for your MO no more. Like North Korea. Oh, he said, nah, that's okay. I'm gonna sit back on this nuclear program and I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna chill because I know you're gonna fuck it up. And Russia, Putin even said, them motherfuckers, he said, Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is, will have them motherfuckers starve before he give up his nuclear program. Because he knew, sooner or later you're going to get a motherfucker like Trump. Showed up, did what he did, and he was like, he started shooting shit over Japan, or shooting shit towards Japan. How crazy is that? The only people that had hydrogen weapons dropped on them, and you shooting motherfucking missiles in the middle of the night. They getting alarms going off in the middle of the night, big rule, and they ain't no alarm telling them this is a drill. You see what I'm saying? So this world is moving toward that point, or has moved to that point where this Edomite is despised in the world. He's despised in the world. So guess what? Isaiah the 14th chapter, you gonna have to face that, because that's coming. Go ahead.
Even when you watch these movies about the U.S. military in all these different countries, you'll always see in the movie, why are you here? You shouldn't be here anyway. Why are you here? Why are you in our country? Why are you here?
Big
And
Satan.
I remember, I forget what movie it was. The guy was like, listen, we're trying to make this place better. Better? You came and invaded and took all our resources, da 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 da. And I'm looking at it like, duh. Like, you're here for a reason. You're here to steal. You're not here to protect nobody.
Still kill and destroy.
That's it. I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh, overpass the rivers. So, hey, all that's happening, Esau being exposed. Completely exposed right now. All right, everybody knows that they the devil. All right, and eventually it's going to get to a point where those rumors of war, which is happening, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be all over the place.
Because this place is going to be physically touched. It was called a virgin, and nothing really happened here as far as
No major war.
an invading army. That's going to happen, man.
That's right.
You're going to see that.
Hey, the invading army could wind up being UN troops to do some of the martial law part of it. But the major invading army It's gonna be them 200,000 of them 200 million missiles. That's gonna be the ones that's gonna run in their ranks, and none gonna bump each other, and they gonna come in and they gonna destroy it wonderfully.
These niggas, hey, you niggas need that, man. And we believe in eugenics too, man. We believe in euthanization too, man. We gotta, the Lord is about to put that wickedness out, man.
That's right.
Hey, cause you niggas, like, man, a lot of y'all about to me, I was shocked at this truth, man. Cause it's nothing new under the sun, man. Esau, you say, he's coming with them same tricks. Esau's about to do all the same shit he did once again.
But we gonna know, we gonna see it coming, we gonna know it. We done already been through it.
He tricked you that he wasn't the devil. Hey, he got you to trade all your fucking gold for paper. Now he's gonna get you to trade your paper for a chip. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Half you all gonna line up to fucking just sacrifice your life. He gonna get half of you to fucking line up. You know what I mean? Hey, it's no. Go ahead, brother Slot.
It's verse 3. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered." Yeah. Thy shame.
Can't hide anymore. See, that's the thing with Esau, man. That motherfucker had anonymity. Esau was the shadow figure, man. And he said what? He set himself up as he's an angel of light. And said what? Marvel not. And Satan transformed himself as being an angel of light, man.
Well, like I said, he controlled the narrative, so what happens is we see him do it. He was trying it now, but like I said, it's been exposed for such a period of time now, and it's been drilled to the point that, like I said, and Elder Malcolm used to say it all the time, something happened, they put something else out to draw your attention away from what's the real. Okay, well, guess what? It don't matter. Hey, you know, that nothing over here. Presto. Nah, motherfucker. We know the coin is here, and that stupid ass trick, you put the motherfucking thing up under your elbow here, you dumb motherfucker. Now, give me the money here, and give me the motherfucking quarter out your hand, bitch ass.
Shame shall cover thee. You Edomites can't even walk down the street without a motherfucker calling you a colonizer. Or better yet,
your woman calling you a colonizer.
Yeah, the best is that you are being called by your real name, Edom.
That's right.
Motherfuckers know who you are.
And for the ones that don't know in the kingdom, they gonna find out because.
That ain't gonna be fun.
Hey, who are you? I'm a white man. What? I'm a white man. Come on, tell me who you is. I'm Esau.
And it's crazy. You talk about the spirit and how your lessons came.
Right.
That came with one of my lessons. How they portray themselves as the white man, and how the orange is that. Right. And it came from this article that I saw, right? All right, it says how white people were invented by a playwright in 1613. Right. So based off a play, it's one of the origins on how they started calling themselves white people. All right, it says Jacobean playwright Thomas Middleton invented the concept of white people on October 29th, 1613. It says the date that his play, The Triumphs of Truth, was first.
Damn! Look at the names that they like to use.
The Triumphs of Truth was first performed. The phrase was first uttered by the character of an African king who looks out upon the English crowd and declares, "I see amazement set upon the faces of those white people, wan rings of strange gazes. As far as I and others have been able to tell, Middleton's play is the easiest printed example of an European author referring to fellow Europeans as white people." So, and you know they had blackface back then.
Of course they did.
So they had the African king looking out there at the white people, calling them white people.
And that word European, it actually just means, it really just means black. It's Europa. Europe goes to a black woman. Mm-hmm. So make no mistakes about who the real rulers of Europe was. It was us. These motherfuckers were the serfs. Those guys were on the fucking bottom in the Dark Ages, man. And that is around the time they started to fucking rise up.
Yeah, because 1400s.
Yeah, from about 325 AD to about the 1400s and whatnot. Yeah, so
Still had Jake Sprinkle in there,
Yeah,
you know
of
what I mean?
course.
But it was like that's where they started.
The Renaissance and the rebirth.
Yeah, they self a new identity, man.
Of course. Hey. What do they do when they relocate a criminal? Give them a motherfucking new identity.
Hey, but see, it's funny you said that. Hey, you can't run from the Most High, man. Ain't no fucking witness protection program, man.
Exactly.
You done did all this fucking dirt. You done did all this dirt. Now you want to become a fucking snitch and work for the fucking government, man. And you want some amnesty. Hey, you about to get hit with the government, man. The Lord is about to come. Like this is why these times are so beautiful, man. Everything is being revealed, man. You can't hide. Look. You can't hide under these false pretenses no more, man. You're not white. Damn for sure aren't the Jews. You know, every day, the average nigga walking around will tell you, nah, them ain't the Jews. That's the synagogue of Satan.
It's funny that you say that. That was an old song by Earl Melvin and the Blue Notes that said just that. You can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you go, there you are. You can't hide, man. Can't hide no more. The Lord's words had to come out and expose you for who you are because you degraded and belittled and degraded us, drug us through the mud. So before you lose your position, all that has got to happen to you.
That's right.
And that's what you see happening right now.
That's like the worst thing that can happen to a liar. You get exposed. That hurts more than having to pay it back. Hey, he said that shame is gonna cover you. And see, these Edomites aren't walking around with that same pride. They know that they're gonna have to fight, man. See, the thing is about Esau, this man will eat a yard of his own shit before he ever looks bad in public. You know what I mean? So these Edomites, they're gonna resort to what? They're gonna resort
to they bless him.
Yep, that Cain move, man. Hey, what did Cain do? He slew his brother Abel. What did Jacob do? He lost his what did Esau do?
Lost his blessing.
And then what?
Say he wanted to kill his brother.
Yup. So that we know what's coming, but guess what, man? That shame is about to cover you, man. You motherfuckers can't walk around like it's the 60s anymore, man. A lot of you Edomites just need to turn it in right now, man. This is the worst time that's ever been on this world for you guys, man.
No. They can't turn it in, man. No, they can't.
That's too easy.
That's too easy. No, that's too easy. That's the coward's way out. No, stand there, be that proud motherfucker.
Stand out.
When they telling me Top Gun, stand up and poke your chest out. They like it when you square your shoulders and this, that, and other. Stand there and stay proud and hold your head up and shit and whatnot. So when the motherfucker knock your block off and whatnot, he can appreciate it.
Damn. Let me jump. Hey, I'm gonna jump in at 47. This Isaiah 47. It said, shit. I'll start at 10. It
That
says,
motherfuckers say that all the time. They be talking about, I be saying shit that wasn't they be talking about. I ain't scared. I'm like, good. I don't want you to be scared. The best ass whooping you could get is when you give a motherfucking ass whooping. He thought he had a chance. Come up until you beat the brakes off his ass.
this Isaiah 47.
Pride. That's right.
Hey, this is Isaiah 47 and 10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and knowledge it have perverted thee. Hey, because you know what? The Lord allowed Esau to fucking, Esau knows damn near everything about this world, man.
He allowed him to
Daniel.
prosper. Now Esau, he believed his own lies.
Exactly. Daniel. He said he was wise as Daniel.
Yep.
So he believed it. Like he said, and Benji did. I remember Benji did a sit down. He was talking about an old white dude and how this motherfucker had told this lie for such a long period of time, and it became his reality. That's what he remembered it as and whatnot. So this man had told his lie to the point that he thinks it's that. He really believes that he is this person now.
Tried to sought to change times and seasons. You trying to make it a reality.
It ain't gonna work though.
Trying to disannul the covenant. Esau is the main guy out of his own breath. If you catch him in the honest moment before he can really think, like meditate on it, he'll tell you. Well, I think the universe, he'll try to number it, but then he'll backbite and say, nah, it's kind of infinite. We know this shit is infinite. Esau, the Lord gave him that covenant, man. If you can number the stars in the heaven.
So he looks for that.
Yep.
He looks for that because he's hoping there's a black dog.
Yeah.
He keeps looking for the back door. But every time you open the back door and look out, the motherfucker, hey, that light he thought he saw is about 50 miles further. He like, fuck, I thought that light was getting closer. That shit getting farther away. So,
That's righteous, because you know what? That's righteous. The Lord's doing that. He set a bound that you can't pass. Because what did Esau do to us? He would tell us, you know what? You know what, Toby? If you can guess all the gumballs in this machine, I'll let you go.
Yep,
Toby can't even fucking read or count, man. Esau do some stupid shit like that, man. Oh, you know what, Toby? On your 99th birthday, I'm gonna free you. Toby might live to 99. Esau still fucking forward that affliction, man.
hey, no. Esau die first before he see Toby turn 99. or he'll leave, he'll go on a trip and not come back.
It says, therefore, evil shall come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And hey, it's coming, man. Look, just look at the prophets. I'm not even going to say look around you. The prophets are here. Your whole fucking Esau, you got to realize, man, you Edomites were predestinated from birth. I'm talking about the choice Edomites. Your fathers groomed you like these Joe Biden characters and all that. Make no mistakes. His family probably sent him to one of them Egyptian mystery schools. He done went all over the world doing rituals, all for this fucking moment, man. And his forefathers before him, man.
All of them are linked. All of them are linked. Like Bill Gates' grandmother was part of the fucking Michael Sanger and the motherfucking abortion shit and Planned Parenthood and all this other kind of shit. These motherfuckers are connected and hooked on different motherfucking levels and whatnot, man. You know, and then you have Jake and you tell him about the motherfuckers are hooked in this way and hooked that way and this, that, and the other. And they talking about a football game and say, y'all still watching that motherfucking fixed shit?
Man.
They look at me like,
It's
I don't
the
believe that.
Niggas looking at the NFL.
Hey, NFL used to stand for not for long, motherfucking good.
It ain't even a crowd there no more. You just watch some niggas run around the field.
Exactly, because they pumping in the motherfucking crowd music.
Half
Yeah,
the
the
people
fake audience, yeah.
half the people you want to see ain't even there because they got the shit. It says, and vengeance shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt know. So yeah, you all are going to know that desolation. Just like how you made Israel desolate, you fucking made all those wars with us, you starved us out, you put all this propaganda out there, you turned the woman against the man, you broke up our households. Oh, make no mistakes, man. You look, I love fucking going. I call this shit slumming. How you all used to come to our neighborhood and fucking go slumming. I go to your neighborhoods and go slumming. I mean, like, man, look at this fucking Edomite heroin addict over here, fucking clucking and begging for change. I love to see your women walking around with Jake, knowing she's getting clapped out, getting her fucking spine corrected, man.
That's right. Hey, you know, it's a hell of a thing that you have to write a law to make it more profitable for your own bitches to stay with you than to go with a nigga going into slavery. You had to write motherfucking laws because that bitch was talking about, oh nigga, I don't care if you're going into slavery, that pipe is right, and I'll follow your ass into slavery.
Hey, remember Goodfellas?
That's right.
What's the name? She was talking about Downey Jr.
Okay.
Or what's the name, man? You know, the one with the eye.
Right.
One of the rat cats.
Sammy Davis.
And she was talking to him, and she was like, "Oh man, he's a wonderful man. He's so talented." I bet all the girls are screaming over him. I'm like, "Hey, you calm down. We're in public right now. You're talking about some bully, He was like, he kind of got mad at that. Right. Italians can't stand niggas no more.
Hey, Italians can't stand niggas because they know they niggas.
They don't know they niggas.
No.
They don't know. Y'all don't know, but some of them know. But
they don't want to admit it.
They don't want to admit it.
They don't want to admit it. They know, but they don't want to admit it.
Right.
Hey, because they put that in the movie.
Right.
Some of them know they go back to the moors.
Right. Exactly.
Christopher Walken in that movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When he broke it all down for me.
Sicilians are niggas.
He said, hey. Hannibal and them came over the mountains and all that blonde hair and blue eyed. They did them boys did so much fucking that they turned that shit from blonde hair and blue eyes to brown hair and brown eyes.
And the
And
harem
they
was
know
real.
it. And they know it. They know it.
Shit, some of the brothers was there. The harem was real, man.
That's it. That's it. Like I said, man, they had to make a law to make your women stay with you.
Hey, look at Chuck Berry. We mentioned that before, Kev.
Exactly.
And he got arrested because it was
White girls losing their mind. They made the man law for who was Jack Dempsey? Who was that motherfucking boxer?
The boxer,
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson, yeah, Jack Johnson. I knew there was a Jack in it somewhere. But yeah, they had to make the man law for that because them white women was going across motherfucking state lines with that pipe.
And married him. And he had multiple women. And I think he actually had multiple women like
That was in the 20s and 30s.
Oh, that was in the 20s.
That was 20s.
They had 2 pistols big as hell.
Damn, bro.
Esau hated that motherfucker though.
But you know, they made sure that they couldn't make a nigga be a champion again for years and years until Joe Louis.
Right.
And then after Joe Louis
It was
became
off to
the
the
champ,
races.
I think it was like in the 40s.
Right.
Joe Louis became champ, and then next thing you know, he wouldn't. You know how you knock a nigga out, you put your hands up. He wouldn't put his hands up. He wouldn't.
Right, yeah,
he
yeah,
couldn't smile.
he was none of that rah-rah dude. He was
That's
not
that's
that.
why him and Ali kind of got into it when Ali started coming up. Because Ali was just like, yo ass, no, I'm the greatest. I'm this and that. And then I remember it was Ali was in the ring with Joe, and Joe was kind of like,
Yeah,
I don't like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be afraid that you're going to mess up opportunities for other fighters. That's why he did that.
Yeah, but no, I remember, see, here's how far back I go. I remember that there was a gallon of milk called Joe Louis Milk.
Man.
There was a gallon of milk. They had him in this stance.
Damn,
Bro,
bro.
motherfucking gallon of milk. Joe Louis Milk.
Yeah.
I remember that as a fucking kid. Joe Louis. Sonny Liston was doing his thing, but a lot of the motherfucking boxing clubs that was like at the Wise was Joe Louis box clubs.
Yeah, I think the one on 47th, where the projects was at Taylor Park. I think that's a Joe. I think it say Joe Louis.
Joe Louis Box Club, that's right.
Yep.
So this is what it is. Young men being educated into the scriptures and brothers that can live through it, because the apostles and I are the same age. They'll make reference to stuff and I'm like, oh, I remember that shit. Apostle Gabar say something about some music. I'm like, dude, oh, I was doing some wicked ass shit when that dropped. But that's what I'm saying. But now that the wickedness is behind us, and you got young men all around the world saying the same thing on the same vibration, under the same spirit, bringing the absolute truth, and these Edomites are divided. Guess what? Putin is still an Edomite. So you got Edomite against Edomite. Your shit has gotta crumble. It ain't got no choice. It's by design.
That way of life don't work, man. Jake, number one question. Jake all around the world got one question. They probably got 2 questions. The first one is, what's the meaning of life? The second it is, how do I get out of this situation I'm in, man? Oh, and what does it tell you in Ecclesiastes 12, man? Fearing the Lord, serving the Lord is the whole duty of man.
That's right.
So Esau doesn't do that. And now look what, really, we didn't do it either. That's why we in this situation. But Esau is the ruler right now.
But the remnant woke up, and now they standing in their lie. And because they stand in their lie, and their words are being prophesied, whether they hear for bear in the wind, if it has to be. Because there have been times that the camera went out and we have finished a lesson anyway. So whether y'all hear for bear, the lesson gets finished because we believe and trust that Yahweh outside will do exactly what he said. We're going to put it out there, and based on that, he's obligated by his own word to fulfill it. Go ahead, Ak, whatever you got.
Yeah, I wanted to go in because, we were going into how Esau, his identity is being exposed.
Right.
And I went into that article, how it started, the white people started then, but he running from his identity, but he's going to constantly get exposed to that. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the story of Jacob and Esau, and it describes how Esau looks. Alright, so I'm starting at Genesis 25 to 23. It says, and Yahweh said unto her, which I believe was Rebecca, alright, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So it's like, right now that there's 2 nations, 2 manner of people, 2 different manner of people are in the womb. So you got 2 different nations in the womb. And the elder shall serve the younger. All right? And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So paternal twins. All right? So now there's twins in the womb. Verse 25, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Can somebody get Exodus 26 and 14? All right, because it said that the first came out, which is the elder, and it said the elder shall serve the younger. It said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
I got a scripture.
Somebody got that?
I got a scripture I want to jump in and I'll get right back to you.
Okay.
Read this. Now, what is the epitome of Becca? Blonde hair, blue eyes? Huh? Right?
Right.
So blonde hair, basically yellow, right? Read.
This Leviticus 13 and 30. Then the priest shall see the plague.
A plague. So if you rolling around like this is a motherfucking plague. Ain't nothing proud. Ain't nothing for you to be proud and boastful about. Go ahead.
And behold, if it be the sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
Yellow what?
Yellow thin hair.
Yellow what?
Yellow thin hair.
A blonde motherfucker. Go ahead.
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
What?
The priest shall pronounce him unclean.
So, what you put up as a pedestal on a pedestal is Pamela Anderson, Lee, and all this with the fake tits and the big ass boobs or whatever, and the blonde hair, blue eyed motherfucker. Guess what? That's a motherfucking leprous curse. But you motherfuckers want to walk around and think that you the epitome. How you think that you're going to go from fake tits? How you think fat all natural is going to be better than some fake ass plastic? Huh? Where y'all get that shit from? But this is Esau's kingdom, so he pumped that up, and motherfuckers went for it.
This whole kingdom is artificial, man.
Artificial.
And
Down
that's
to
why
the food and everything else.
His genes, even scientists tell you, it's recessive, man.
That's right.
They can easily, Jake can breed their ass out.
You got the one chick, Kylie Jenner, right now. All these motherfuckers are trying to be like Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is an Edomite. She's trying to be the fucking nigga woman. She got the lip. She done made $1 billion with that makeup.
Yep.
But meanwhile, she getting all the lip injections. She clapping Jake. You know what I mean? She getting her melanin shots on both ends.
Okay. Show that. Show that to the camera. Make sure they can see it. So your epitome is so-called top of the standard is a fucking curse. Called out in the scripture.
And that's why another term they make up. What do they say? Blinds have more fun.
Right. They also say dumb blondes too. Go ahead.
Yeah, because even my cousin, Matt's sister,
Right.
she gonna post on Facebook with her blonde hair. She talking about blinds had more fun.
Look.
I'm like, bro, I showed this to Matt, and I was like, what ass going on?
Look, here's what's funny. I live in a veteran spot, and I have this old bitch that used to ask me about my goals and my plans and what I want to try to accomplish and this, that, and other. I'm just trying to take it day by day. But now she wants to say this. She tall as hell. Had your beard when you first started trying to grow it. Bitch.
Whoa.
Got his haircut with a little bit less on the side. And when I first met her, it was blonde. But now it's got blonde and gray in it. she ain't hitting the dot. And look like Wendy Williams as far as the body, just a bit fat.
That hit her.
Yeah, she's fucked up all the way around. All the way around. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you can picture that, you'll get it. She looks like a motherfucking gorilla. Go ahead. Gorilla.
Hey, all right, back at Genesis 25 and 25, it says, going back to the origins of Jacob and Esau, it says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Somebody got that Exodus?
I got 26 and 15.
Yeah.
Read.
This is Exodus 26 and 15. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim, wood standing up. The 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. It says
26 and 14.
It's 26 and 14? Yeah. It's Exodus 26 and 14. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams, skins dyed red, and a covering above of a badger skins.
All right, so when we were building the tabernacle, they would like tie-dye ram skin as a covering for the top of the tabernacle.
So basically, here's what the brother is saying. When that scripture was written, he came out red like a hairy garment. That's like brothers that are in the box Chevys or in I use a more popular car. The difference between a Hemi and a Demon. Motherfuckers know that. See what I'm saying? Among brothers, they knew that. So when they made that statement and said it that way, he came out red like a hairy garment. That's like saying to a brother, "Hey man, which one you want? You want the Hemi or you want that Demon?" Nah, man, if I would get one, I'm gonna get the Demon. You know what I'm saying? It's a car that they knew. That was something that they knew. And among Israel, it was known what that red hairy garment was. So everybody could picture. Okay, in my generation, it'll be that old Chevy, that old box Chevy.
Right, it was just a comparison for the time period.
Exactly.
As you can see right there, ram skin red. All right, so it's giving the example of the ram skin.
Right.
All right, on the tabernacle. All right, now back at Genesis 25, and it says, when the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, they called his name Esau. And Esau means wasted away. So what was wasted away? His melanin was wasted away.
So he basically wasn't human because he had no hue.
Pretty much. That's
He had no color.
He didn't have no color.
Hey, on the old TVs, actually on your new TVs too. When you go into settings, you can set it, and when you get to that hue, you start playing with the hue and shit. Go ahead. You play with the hue on it, and you can take it from like your flesh tone all the way to some crazy ass purple looking shit.
Reddish.
Yeah,
Redneck.
that's right.
Right, like the elder just said, they call themselves rednecks, man. All right, so when they in the heat, they burn up, they skin
Feels like a
peel
lizard,
off,
like a snake.
they start turning red.
which is actually appropriate.
Right.
Go ahead.
They get slapped in the cold. What do? They turn red. All right. Whatever they get embarrassed. They turn red. Them rosy cheeks and all that shit.
They
All
blush, they turn
right.
red.
So they turn even more red. They're red already, but they turn even more red. All right. So the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Now there's no other nation on this planet where really no other nation on this planet that doesn't have any melanin. The only one that doesn't is so-called white man. All right. That's the only nation. Now you look at all these nations now. You look at them and you like, man, they real light skinned now. But you look at the old pictures of the Moabites, which is so-called Chinese. They darker than him, man. I mean, you could go way back. Those people are all dark-skinned, melanated, brown-skinned people. But you never seen any of them look like that. Red. That red? Never. That's how you can identify who the Edomites are according to the Bible. All
Just
right?
to throw out also, that's just an indicator, because you will have, because of all the mixing as the brothers was going into, you might have Israelites even looking like a so-called Edomite. You're gonna have that.
Look at Blake Griffin's son.
You got examples of that.
Blake Griffin's son is
Yeah.
a perfect example of that.
Because of the mixing.
His daddy is darker than Big Rube. Actually, step this way, young man. Come here, step this way. Blake Griffin's daddy is darker than this young man.
I think his dad, Levi.
Yeah, Levi. So he's darker than him. Blake Griffith is almost as yellow as this brother, and his son looks like a white boy.
And it was Herod. They said Herod was dark. Because the first thing Esau did was when they got that Canaanite woman. You know they were fucking. You know all Esau kids probably was fucking halfway dark, man.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. They had the curly hair, brown skin, this, that, and the other, and they just kept breeding among themselves, and the color eventually just faded all the way out because he ain't had no pigment in the first place. Go ahead, Al.
All right, verse 26. And after that came the brother out, and his hand held onto Esau's heel.
So basically, that's representation of Jacob pulling Esau down. And this is what we're doing right now. We're pulling him out as king through the words of Yahweh.
All right. And after that came his brother out, and they didn't describe how he looked.
Then because he was the same as everybody else.
And it says, and his hand held hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bore them. All right. It says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. All right. Now, when you go into any local, any store, it don't matter. You go to the magazine section. Who do you see on the cover of every hunting magazine?
Kabalas.
All right. You always see who? So-called white man on there, because that's what they do. Even culturally, you know that. You look at the outdoor network. You always see them hunting. You always see them fishing. All right. You will always see that any outdoorsman competition, they run that shit.
They love that shit.
They love it. All right. When you go into those places where the tomahawk throwing, they love that. All right. They do everything. Anything outdoors. You know that shit they do when you're on the log and you're running on the log.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? They do all that's their competition. They love that.
They got the bear piss drinking competition. You know, any motherfuckers, if it's some motherfuckers out there rubbing some bear piss on them, no, it's Esau, man.
Hey, no. It's when you say that, when it's not solid, I don't know about bear piss, but I know they will take deer piss and whatnot because they want to make themselves smell like they in heat and shit like that to attract males, which attract more bigger males and the whole deal. Doing that heat, doing the rut and all that, and turkey, they rub that shit, trying to make it sound like a turkey.
Don't move, Pops. Esau be in the wilderness like this. He'll be fucking camped out for 2 days in the motherfucker.
In a tree.
He'll come out just like this.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, like that. Go ahead, show him.
It'll be like this, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's Esau. That's what he get off on that shit. Hey, Jake. See, he doing that, and Jake want to try to find a bitch in the bar. Chill.
Hey, and it says in verse 27, it says, and a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And you look up that word plain in the Hebrew, it's tam or tuam. It says perfect, complete, perfect, one who lacks nothing in physical strength and beauty. All right?
So he was cool. I don't need to do all that shit. I'm chilling.
Then it says, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat the venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sod pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
So the motherfucker couldn't even wait. He couldn't even wait for the fucking oxtails to be fully cooked. Give me that shit while the blood's still in.
that's his.
That's his MO.
That's his MO. That's how he acts, man. Out here, he's so impatient, man. Esau won't wait for shit, man. He's complaining. He'll curse out, somebody if you got to wait in line. He's very impatient.
And that's why the society is the way it is now. That's why you're in a microwave society where they want everything right here, right now. Hey, what's the commercial? I want it now.
Right.
I want it now.
That's actually a song. I think that's Molly Crew, I think. But it says, for I am faint, and therefore his name was called Edom. And Edom means red. Out of one, which means red. All right?
You gotta hold on. I'm gonna get right back. But you gotta love the symbolic essence, omen, the symbolic essence of what the Lord does. He wrote something aforetime, but guess what he did? He left a tracer on there that matches this person to the day. Okay? They go get their steak, they get one of the big 20-ounce steaks. Guess what? You done ruined the motherfucker if you done cooked it and all the blood is out of it. You done ruined it. Man, you cooked all the flavor out this shit.
Hey, I remember back in the day, I used to play baseball, and I would spend a night over my buddy's crib. And they Edomites.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I remember his dad made a steak, man.
Oh, hell
And
no.
he asked me how I like my steak. I said, just cook it all the way. And he said, you want your steak all the way done? He said, no, man, you want to eat it like this. It's all the proteins in it, man. And I was like,
motherfucking blood sucking there, Dracula.
Bro, and it was like halfway cooked and all that, and I ate some of it. I was like, nah. He's like, all right, I'll just throw it on the grill.
Throw it back on the grill.
He was mad as hell. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah, he was bad.
I wasn't fucking with it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all the protein in it. And I was like, wow. It's like blood all over the plate. It was like, oh, no, bro.
You know, Esau got that ritual. They'll go kill something and then eat the
Eat the
heart.
heart, that's right.
Yeah,
They don't cook the heart. They eat it after they kill it.
They pull it out.
They still beat Nate.
Hey, as a matter of fact, here's how fucked up that was. I remember seeing something where a motherfucker had did that, and he had his daughter take a bite of the heart. Huh? Yeah, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, Al.
And it says, in Jacob's side pottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint. And Esau said, Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint, therefore his name is called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
Run that shit, man. Run that shit.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. All right? And he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Now, while this whole thing is going on, all right, the food was still cooking. It had lentils in it. It was pottage. It was a stew. It specifically said that this pottage was red for a reason. There's no significance of the color of lentils. Lentils have many different colors. What it's saying red because it was meat. It was the meat in it. It was the blood in the pottage. It wasn't fully cooked.
Exactly.
All right. So it only takes 5 minutes to cook lentils. He couldn't wait for lentils. That's how you know that it was blood in there, red meat. It wasn't fully cooked.
Esau's an asshole.
Okay.
Basically.
He could be a restaurant, man. He could be in there 10 minutes. He complained as he served him. He could have fucking, he wasn't that fucking hungry, man. But that's his characteristics. All right? And he don't think of shit long term. Hey, you can have my birthright. Fuck it. I want it now. Yeah, go ahead. I'll send it to you.
This is crazy. You were absolutely right, because it says that he rose. It says that, and he did eat and drink. If he was that faint, why did he just grab something to drink? It was the significance of the food for a reason, because Esau does not eat his food fully done. All right, and I got this photo right here that somebody made. I love it. All right, I love this photo right here. It gives you the clear description of the way Esau eats his meat. And you got Jacob, Esau, right there, how Jacob likes to eat their meat and how Esau likes to eat his. All right? Undone, uncooked.
That's it. You know, exactly. That's it. And here's what's funny about that. He wanted his meat like that, the same way that old dude, when me and Big Art tried to buy that meat pack, and we wanted to dump the pork, and the man wouldn't let us dump. He let us dump 2 of the 5. It was like 5 things that was pork in it. He let us dump 2, but he wouldn't let us dump the last 3. We know we get less meat. We know that the meat that we're asking for is worth more than what it is, so we're going to give a lesser amount. It's okay. We'll take the lesser amount, but we don't want the pork. The same way Esau wanted his meat red, that motherfucker was insistent upon pushing that pork.
All right, because there's people out there that claim that, oh man, it was lentils. All right, and that was it. No, it was meat. It was red meat, and there was blood in there, and it wasn't fully cooked. All right, that's what that was. Because the characteristics of Esau, they don't like to eat their food fully cooked.
Yeah, especially they meat. Especially they beef. They beef. No, any game meat. They wanted to have some blood in it. Like you said, they cut their hearts out there in the field and take a bite out of that shit. Okay? They take a bite out of this shit. What is the purpose of that? Huh? They got hunting programs and they show you them doing this. What is the purpose? To show that he's a wild motherfucker. He's got no motherfucking morals. Got no proof. Got no ethics whatsoever.
He's just perverse.
Exactly.
That's it. Who's more perverse than him?
Nobody.
Nobody. That's why it gets down to that simple place. And on top of that, he comes from Isaac. What's in the law? Does the law say not to eat the blood?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 23. Only be sure that thou eat not the blood, for the blood is the life, and thou mayest not eat the life with the flesh.
So guess what? He broke the law.
All the time.
That's his main thing.
And that spiritually let you know who he was with Cain and Abel, man.
That's
With
right.
the offering that
You got this is Genesis 4 and 4. It says, and Abel, he also brought forth the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was wroth, and his conscience failed. The Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy conscience fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou
the
not be
Lord
accepted.
so cold, because he know what he was created to be. He know what Cain is. And
Right.
he ain't gonna never do the fucking right thing, man.
That's it.
Never.
Now you bring your first fruit. You bring your first fruit to the table. You were supposed to bring the best of your first
Your
fruit.
best.
So now that's why I say meat from repentance. So now you done picked through all the carrots, all the good, nice, firm ones. You done threw to the side, and now the ones that look like they wilted and shit, you want to throw those in there for the Lord. Now we're gonna go through the cabbage and whatnot. All the cabbage is nice and firm and shit. You kept that for yourself. The couple that look like they kind of fucked up, I'm gonna throw this to the Lord. And you go through all your fucking shit, and now you got a basket of fucking picked over bullshit. And that's Esau. That's what Esau brings to the table.
And the Lord wants an offering, bro. And a
We want
offering,
the best of it.
the best, a savory offering, man. That blood has to be spilled as a sacrifice. You didn't do that, man. You gave the Lord fruit. The Lord don't want that, man. He wants the smell know what I mean? You got to offer that up for the Lord, man. He couldn't do that, man. He didn't want to give him his best.
Lord, meanwhile, to give him all these things to make them to get like. Let me finish it. It says, and if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over it. And, hey, it's all predestinated, man. Hey, because Esau wouldn't know what to. Esau's got the kingdom right now. He still don't know what to do with it, man.
His desire rules over him, man. There's another scripture that tell you that
Hell is
his
that.
belly, he's never full, man. He is never full. He can never have enough.
He's got the fatness of the land, but he still don't.
He still want more. He want to chip you, track you, know you at it every minute, know every dollar what you bought, know every fucking thing.
That's one of the reasons why he want to deal with the RFID chip. So even if you're a fucking auto mechanic, guess what? You can't even. I can't fix your shit.
That's right. You can't.
Without us being able to exchange something.
Can't call Johnny.
That's
Government
it.
getting that 20%.
That's it. So ain't no side hustles and shit.
Hey, the man is about. Remember RoboCop with Skynet?
Right.
This man about to unleash Skynet. He about to. Hey, they letting Moab making all these robots that's supposed to be rolling out. People gonna have robots in their home.
AI and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, this shit is about to be people's worst nightmare in America, man. Everything this man has created is about to backfire, and it just shows you this is what happens when you deviate from the Lord,
It's
man.
really to replace the majority of the people to automation.
Yeah, because they want to kill off, but they want to still be able to keep their lifestyle, so they got to automate a lot of shit and this, that, and the other to be able to maintain that. That like what was that? The Jetsons. Where they had little motherfucking robots and shit, helping them do this and do that.
Gonna turn into the
And I
Matrix.
believe it. They had it wasn't no Jake in the Jetsons, was it? I don't remember.
Nah,
The robot was Jake. The robot was probably Jake.
There was no Jake in the Jetsons.
That's how
Hey,
it
but
was.
guess what? You niggas who take that chip, don't hey, Esau gonna have a remote to your ass. He gonna be fucking calling your ass up at night and having you walk to his crib doing some shit to your ass. This is the world that you all want, man.
Exactly. Look at what they done did to the fucking entertainers. Now, you gonna be part of that same thing, and guess what? If you don't come over here and do this wicked shit, I'm gonna turn your chip off. Now, I'm gonna turn your shit off. Go have your ass like fucking Sylvester Stallone and Demolition Man. You got a whole motherfucking underground culture and shit. Just trying to survive and eat. You motherfuckers about to wake up and see what's. I can't even say smell the coffee. See what the fuck. See the writing on the wall where you gonna be like, what was that, Nebuchadnezzar? When the motherfucker, the Lord showed up in Rome, you gonna piss the shit on yourself.
Yeah, man, this place is about to become a nightmare, man.
That's it.
The Lord's gonna basically take the wicked and the devices they've imagined, man. These things are gonna come to pass, man. Hey, these wars that we talking about, hey, armies of robots, super soldiers, anything that you can think of, the Lord has already thought of it times 100, and it's coming.
How can they not understand that? I won't say how can they not, because the Lord can blind them, and obviously He's blinding them so they won't understand it. But you're still dealing with the deity that created Yahweh Shah, and He turned around and created everything. So now, this is inside your law of physics that you understand, and Yahweh Shah has no law of physics that He's limited to. Y'all don't have a clue that superhuman, supernatural shit that looks good in the movies, but you can't do that shit.
That's special effects.
Hey, well, the Lord finna turn on the special effects for real. That's it. The special effects for real. I love that one where Malcolm would talk about float through the church, close the door behind me with the garment blowing in the wind.
Like in Bison and shit. Coming through, they got the poles going.
Exactly. Y'all getting ready to see some shit. It's gonna have y'all fucked up in the head.
Yeah,
It's gonna have us looking at it like, Whoa!
Men's hearts shall fail them.
That's
for
it.
Fear.
That's it. Y'all about to see the shit y'all don't want to see.
Motherfuckers about to give up. Motherfuckers about to give up the ghost. But see, that's too easy. So the Lord might not let you give up the
It
ghost.
ain't gonna be one to death and not be able to find it. That's it. Can you imagine jumping out of a 5th or 6th-story building
And not dying.
and not dying? Y'all you just broke up now.
Yeah. That's the worst thing ever. You failed at suicide.
You just broke up now. So now you don't have the strength to be able to run and get away when the shit hit the fan. You just broke up now.
Man,
What y'all get?
that's
Anybody think?
Second Ezra is going for this. Second Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
So with that being the case, that's why I said the holding of the heel is signaling pulling Esau out of rulership and Jacob going into rulership. So in that instance, when that's happening inside that hour, because he says it's only gonna take him an hour to do the flip flop of the whole script. When he do the flip flop on it, and you motherfuckers get rounded up and going into slavery and the whole deal, 17 nations. Thank you very much. Okay? This is going to be the beautiful thing that the Israelite, that the brothers have stood out here and we hope for.
Yeah, I can't wait to
It
finish.
tells you the saints are going to take the kingdom.
That's it. They're going to take it. Right? And because we know this Edomite won't give it up. He already showed it. He ain't going to give it up. So everybody to take it. But the Lord likes that. He wanted to get down like that. So that, like you said, this is when you done beat the brakes off a motherfucker to the point where he just gives up. Like, man, fuck it. Can't win this fight.
He did with Pharaoh.
Exactly.
He hardened Pharaoh's heart.
Time and time again.
Not, mainly
To prove his point.
To show his power.
That's right. To prove his
All right,
point.
he wanted his name to ring all throughout the nations, throughout the land.
That's right.
His name got famous after that.
That's
oh,
it.
Oh, y'all,
Y'all the Israelites, man. We heard about
Yeah, we heard it.
We know what God did for you,
Yeah.
man.
You heard that song by that nigga named Baka Not Nice and Drake. Live up to my name.
Oh,
Hey,
I ain't heard it.
y'all shout about to live up to his name. How are y'all shine? You about to see some things, man.
That's it. Hey, this is the last go around for these 17 other nations to be up under this motherfucking Edomite. This is the last go around. So, like I said, in the ushering out of this kingdom or this age or this eon, whatever label you want to put on it, and to bring it in of the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai on earth, guess what? It's going out with a serious bang. Okay? Because the fame and all that other stuff is going to come to those men at that time, and Yahweh Shai and all that glory shows up for the elect. Guess what, bro? That's going to carry on and continue forever from that point in time on.
Everlasting memorial.
The heroes are going to be declared. The real heroes of the planet is going to be declared. And that broad that was over in the Middle East so fine that somebody I know claimed, he said, you Israelites got to come back because you are the chosen ones of the Lord.
Yeah, Esau. It's the final
This is one of my personal favorites. I know they hate this verse.
It's Obadiah 1 and 21. And saviors shall come up
Plural.
on Mount Zion
Plural.
to judge the mount of Esau.
Yep.
And the kingdom shall be the Lord's.
That's right, man. Yahweh Shai is about to get that glory, man. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is going to get that glory. Hey, the saviors, the ultimate savior is Yahweh Shai. Hey, but that one it was true. The savior is the elect, man.
Got that crew with him. Got that wrecking crew. Jeremiah 16 and 16.
Yep.
That's it. He got that wrecking crew with him. He bringing the wrecking crew. He bringing the angels. Hey, it's like,
Got
you
the
know,
rusty chains waiting on us.
hey, what he say? Hey, when he show up, he gonna show. Hey, when he show up, he gonna show out. This, hey, to show up and show out to the point where the scripture says that the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. Do you understand that?
That's wrong with
Hey, you thought Ali and Joe Frazier had a rumble in the jungle? Shit.
People are tweaking. The Lord, hey, you know how like right before you even get hit with the belt, you know, just the side of the belt go like this. You like ah. Hey, the Lord ain't even fucking did nothing yet. Y'all motherfuckers, hey, shaking. Hey, the Lord is about to buckle. Imagine when you get hit.
The earth is going to rock to and fro like a jump, like a drum. Think about that, man. Think about that.
Remember we were remember we were all at the house when all the brothers showed up,
Right.
And the chariots started coming out that fucking portal. So that, hey, we were looking at that shit like, dang.
It was a faith booster. It was like it was like damn. It was like you know what, man? It was like one of those things where the Lord is giving us them small little treats, like because it was us and it was them in New York. They saw them too.
Yeah, they saw them first, and then they showed up down here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had just left. I was like, here's how spiritual that was. I had just left. I looked up, I woke up in the middle of the night and saw it. I was like, damn, that happened after I left. Fuck, I missed it. This fucking ass job, got to go to work. Fuck, I missed that shit.
Imagine
Fuck.
when that chariot that show up like Texas
But
pop out.
peep this. I said, well, fuck it. That's glorious. I hit my like on it. My like wound up being number 7.
Hey, you got to see some things.
Hey, and I might say, you know who got that footage, right?
The cameraman, I was one of the first cameramen, but he's the best cameraman.
Ultimate scribe.
I was the first cameraman, but he's the best cameraman. That's right. But yeah, man. So this is look to be in this truth and push this word and subject yourself to the will of your house, watching out shot, and just hope that you get a chance to be part of that elect. What anything else pales in comparison. When you stop back and look at your life and think about all the shit you thought you had going on, it's nothing compared to this.
Especially now. Hey, it's crazy you said that. I was just wondering about that the other day, man. I was just like, my mind was going. I was like, bro, just to have the ability to just have hope. Like we haven't even made it yet, but the fact that hope feels so great.
It does.
Because you get to look at everybody else and go, man, like they don't even hope for what we hope for. Like they're not giving up nothing for like what we.
They hoping on a wicked society to continue.
Like when you think of that, like when you think about what the Lord is offering us, and what we have to do in exchange for all the things that He's going to give us. It's nothing to do this. Like on Facebook, I always share, certain like things like Planet Earth Paradise, and how great things look, beautiful things look. I'm thinking about the kingdom. I'd be like, you ain't telling me like Jake could have all this, like the whole earth in dominion, and you get the chance to rule on that and actually live in righteousness.
They can't even wrap their mind around it. They are so busy trying to figure out how they're going to keep collecting the crumbs to live their life. To live their life that the little corner of life that they done went and eked out for themselves. That they can't fathom that. They don't have that in their DNA. They don't have that in their thought process. They don't have that Isaiah where they gonna be bringing you stuff and you gonna be saying to yourself, nah, that's gotta be David portion. There's no way I got that much shit coming in.
It's unbelievable. It's far-fetched. It's like,
Can't even fathom.
they can't.
That's it.
All they know is, speaking on America, is this.
Exactly.
9 to 5, minimum wage.
They gonna sell their soul if they knew how. if they had a line where you could line up to sell your soul to get something in this place, niggas would do it, man.
Hold on, what you mean? They do it. They do it. I was gonna say, that's what I'm doing. They doing it. Hey. The way we was teasing earlier, yeah. Hey, you know, Usher needing reconstructive surgery and all this other kind of shit. They've done that. They sold. They watched Michael Jackson as a little boy, twist them up, and this, that, and the other, do the wag the dog, so he get a chance to see, to be a star, this, that, and the other. His idols. He watched Fred Astaire dance, this, that, and the other. One of his idols, Fred Astaire, closet faggot in Hollywood. The whole scenario. See what I'm saying?
Same thing with what I mentioned. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I mentioned Downey Jr. What's his name?
Robert.
No, not Robert, but Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis.
He was a part of
The Rat Pack.
the Rat Pack, but he was a part of also the Church of Satan.
Right. Exactly.
What? Like how, bro? Like I remember finding out all this stuff. I'm like what? Sammy Davis was part of that. And then you look at all the celebrities that were a part of that. You look at Marilyn Manson, and you look at all these other people and what they have to do, the rituals, Lady Gaga and all the rituals, the spirit cooking, Jay-Z, and all them.
Some of them know that they on the dark side. They
Yeah,
know
they
that
know.
to really prosper in this earth. They tell you that the wicked, these are the wicked that prosper in this earth. They know that, and they see what the scriptures say. They got to be the opposite of that.
Right.
They know that.
And they can never get down. Like they would never change their life for our hope. The hope they got. They would never change their life for our hope.
Hey, no. Hey,
Because they can't touch it.
Hold on. Oh man, that hope shit is that pie in the sky shit, man. My shit right here, right now.
Right, yeah.
Hey.
That's what they want. Yeah. They want that $1 billion.
Hey, Lil Wayne, talk to me. You know I'm Birdman. You know what I be on.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them, bro. Like they want to be able to get their consolation, man. They want that second prize.
They want it right
They
here,
want it
right
now. So the Lord, like we read earlier, the Lord gonna give you up to the lust of your heart, your imagination. He gonna give you up to that.
And look at the shit they
You
done
got it.
already. Look at the shit they done already, man. I remember that 1 to 6 part kiss. The only person he kissed is me.
Yeah, like what?
That fucked me up when I saw that shit. I was like, whoa, are you serious?
Man,
I was a
kissed my
grown
daddy.
ass man.
Kiss my daddy.
Hey, exactly. I was a grown ass man. They was teenagers when he did that shit.
Yeah.
I was a grown ass man.
Fuck my heads up.
Hey, I was a grown ass man. Fuck my head up
Yeah,
too.
bro. I remember that episode. I watched that episode right after school. And I'm like, man,
Up until that point, Birdman was the coolest nigga in the world.
Thank you.
And it was just like, damn, Bird, like, what?
That's it.
This is what you doing?
Who? Free.
Free and AJ was like, what?
Hey, exactly. Who you kissing? Free. I was like, damn, Free. Fuck who he kissing? I'll be kissing on me. You.
Man,
You now sitting there like this and shit.
man, bro.
He said that shit. I was like,
And then they try to cover it up like, man, you know what I'm saying? The Italians do it all the time, gangster. And the Italians had to come out and be like, wait a minute,
that shit.
we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that.
Hey, it was another nigga. The nigga name was Spaceship Star God or some shit. This nigga, his career still didn't take off. The nigga came out and said, yeah, Birdman had sex with me for the deal.
I do too.
And his career still didn't take off, nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. So you talking about what motherfucker think about doing? Look at what these motherfuckers have done. They do. Doing. That's it. I did a thing about that. Sammy Davis doing a tap dance, some other shit for a bunch of motherfucking heathens and shit. Hell of an entertainer. Called himself a Jew on Archie Bunker, All in the Family. Called himself a Jew. They flaunt this shit in your face. Had JJ say, if anybody lost, we it. If people lost, we it. I remember that. I remember all these episodes, and I never thought about it. The old fucking pow ping boom Batman. Skull and Bones. Bruce found his Skull and Bones. They put that shit in your face and then tell you get a life. and this is the life over here. Come holler at me.
The nigga can't wait to tell you he a Freemason.
Bro, yeah. Bro,
Especially
especially, bro. I'm glad you say that.
My daddy had that shit on the back of his car.
Oh, my God.
Nigga had a chain, be like,
Pop, it's a guy at my job. He drives forklift, stand-up forklift. He got a whole hoodie with the Freemasonry symbol on the back, talking about lodge of this and that. I'm like, this thing, he so proud of it.
I thought it was a secret society.
Hey,
He ain't on no level.
Hey, not on the level at all, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I did the other day. I fucked this motherfucker head. I pissed him off. I was talking about the football, NFL shit. He was like this, that. I said, man, you don't know about this shit for real? I'm like, okay, 73 and whatever. Beat Jordan them record the whole deal and lost to who? LeBron James. He was like, yeah. I said, man, they did the fucking Mason handshake before the beginning of the game. He was like, what? He was like, I said, come here, man. I fucked him up. I said, put your hand up. He put his hand up. I said, this is the Masonic handshake. I said, when they grab their knuckle right there. Grab my hand. Put your, right. Right, yeah, my knuckle got to be here, your knuckle got to be over there. He saw that shit. Ah, man, I don't believe in that shit. I was like,
All you gotta do is show them the pictures.
I don't believe that shit. But now I'm a conspiracy theorist. Fuck you. You a motherfucking, you want to be Mason and I know your shit.
That nigga gonna be, that's one of them niggas who gonna see the throne. He gonna get, you know, Bill Gates gonna sit him there. He gonna see the throne and be like, damn, Pops is motherfucking right. What the fuck was I doing? His ass gonna be in the fucking spirit world in a minute, man. Hey, cause we get to that point, look, the word, man, what we saying earlier about the famine of the word coming? It's like, look, man,
Ain't no more.
ain't no more shit. We're not gonna be out here soon, man. Especially with Biden in office.
Hey, you know what? Because they were talking about that, and they was actually talking about it at my job here today or yesterday. And they talking about the essential workers. They're trying to make a lot of the airport motherfucking personnel essential workers. They keep the airlines up. I'm already planning looking for another job. You know, when they do that, I'm not this motherfucker. But I'm to the old man. I'm there. Fuck y'all. Cause guess what? Hey, being rounding up garbage at fucking sites in a warehouse, that ain't an essential worker. I might be able to get a few more months of shit. Because when they start talking about you gotta take this motherfucking shot, I told Big Eye years ago, about 4 years ago, when this shit happened. I said, man, I'm gonna have a full check up there watch. They gonna tell me the motherfucker is down there on the chip waiting for me. And I'm gonna call y'all and talk about, man, I had to leave that motherfucker today.
You had that 900 feet out.
That's it, exactly.
Anybody got something else?
That's it.
And with that, give all praise, honor, and glory too. Double honors, apostles, elders, and great millstones. Salutation, you out here pushing the truth for truth and sincerity. Shalom, and Yahweh Mahar, Ball.
Shut it down. But yeah, man, I told y'all, man.